So now, another thing you can do for your pelvic floor, starting from the very first days. And by the way, not just for your pelvic floor, but also for the internal organs. Yeah, so that's what I call breathe to decompress, because you want your uterus, you want your other parts to come back to their original, close to the original place. And again, that's the job of the first week's postpartum. So what you can do now, I will show this in sitting, but please lie down. Please lie on the floor. And again, you might need just a few minutes. It's not an hour of your time. You can be playing on the floor with your baby. You can be even feeding your baby. I don't know, give it a try. Let me know how it goes. But please lie down on the floor. Make yourself comfortable. If you need any kind of rollers or supports under your knees, maybe something soft, slightly softer under your pelvis, or some small support under your head, please grab those things now and make yourself comfortable on the floor. So now, start listening to your contact with the floor. Spend some time scanning the areas of contact. Most of the time, it's your pelvis, your feet, maybe your legs, your shoulder blades, your head. So notice what are the area of pressure, how big they are, area of contact, whether there is more of it on the left or on the right side. Again, without any judgment, just accepting things as they are. We are collecting the important information. And then after a while, and by the way, you can pause this video anytime and spend a little bit more time on each step, up to a few minutes if you want. Once you scanned your contact with the floor, start noticing your breathing, how the simple act of breathing is changing your shape. So to make it clear, you can bring one hand on your lower belly and listen to your belly rising and falling very gently. And then your other hand can be on your chest, just above your breast. Again, be gentle, don't go to places that are not comfortable. So listen how your chest is moving, how your belly is moving. Don't change your breathing and purpose. So again, we're just clarifying, we are getting some extra information. Your nervous system is getting some extra information about what is that you actually do. So spend some time with that. Let yourself relax a little bit more. Again, sink into sensations. Close your eyes if that helps. Sink into your sensing mode. And after some time of that, start noticing the change in pressure under your back. Because when you breathe in, it's possible that your spine is getting slightly closer to the floor, slightly more pressed into the floor, your spine, your ribs. So listen to the movement on the other side. So again, spend some time doing that, listening how your lungs can expand to the back, and then this pressure is slightly released. And then bring your hands on your lower ribs. So that's the line of my ribs. I will put my hands here. You will have your elbows on the floor, so making sure that your hands and your arms are relaxed, not really working hard, and still with the same idea of sensing. Listen what happens on your side. So whether it's possible that there is some kind of movement. Yeah, slightly pushing your hands to the left and to the right with your breathing. You can find it, so maybe you will notice it straight away. If you don't notice that, that means you're doing something actively to hold your ribs and to not let them move. So please, if you can, allow yourself to move there. Try to connect with your breathing in this place. Listen. Use your listening hands. Yeah. So if you still cannot do that, again, please get in touch and I'll find out something else for you, some other trick. I will do another video. So, but if you can, notice how your ribs on the sides can expand when you breathe in and breathe out. So you can force it a little bit if you want, but like slightly, not really. Still being very gentle with yourself. Being gentle is the key word for this time and actually forever, really. Yeah. So now, just imagine, keep breathing, keep listening to your ribs, to your sides, and just imagine that next time you're going to breathe out, I invite you to try the following. Breathe out, but try to keep the distance between your ribs, between your hands, as big as you can, so without really collapsing them back to each other. And listen what is going to happen in the area of your belly. Yeah, so let's do it together. You align, me sitting. I do it very slowly, again, as if I'm breathing out through a straw. You can just do some any other sound that's usually good, so that it just makes you slow down. You go slowly with breathing out. And you can feel like at the end, your belly will, you will create a kind of vacuum with your belly. Yeah, so your belly will go in, because in order for your ribs to stay open, but for your lungs to take less space, then all the content of your belly has to go up. So you may notice, and then you create a vacuum in your belly, and all your internal organs, they're kind of lifting up, and then you let it all go. You rest, you breathe in, you breathe out in a normal way, and then one more time, you expand your ribs. You start breathing out, keeping your ribs nice, wide, and listening to the vacuum in the area of your belly. Yeah, so again, your uterus is lifting and coming to its original place easier. You are kind of slightly massaging your internal organs, improving the blood flow there. And you allow your pelvic floor and all the organs that are supported by your pelvic floor. So you allow them to lift, and you allow your pelvic floor to be released for a while from this heavy duty of supporting you all the time, which can be still a little bit exhausting during this time. So please don't forget to rest, to stay lying. You can maybe feed your baby lying down. Maybe you can play with your baby lying on the floor. Of course, you can sleep, and you should sleep a lot when your baby is sleeping. But so please remember, spending a lot of time in a horizontal position in the first week, finding this special way of breathing to decompress your internal organs. So when I speak about breathing to decompress, it's this: releasing your pelvic floor, helping your pelvic floor really to do its job, because life has been really hard on it. It can use little help, be protected, and also later on, if you realize that you have some heaviness in the area of your pelvic floor, in the lower part of your pelvis, or if you find out that you have a pelvic organ prolapse, so this is also a very good exercise if you want to use as a prevention to unload your pelvic floor, to let it rest a little bit, and to allow the organs slightly come up into their place where they should be. Again, good luck with that. Let me know how it will go, and ask me any questions if it doesn't work.